Welcome to the call, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Hamlin. I consider it an honor to be your host over the next few minutes. I'm really excited about the information we're going to be sharing with you today. One of the things that I've done in my career working online for the past 10 years, I always look for cutting edge technologies that can really have a major impact on the lives of others. And we absolutely have found that in Instant Recall. I think you will agree. We're going to break it down, answer a bunch of questions. We're going to do a Q&A toward the end of the call. So if you have any questions whatsoever, go ahead and jot those down toward the end of the call. We're going to give you an opportunity to get those questions answered. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. So I'd like to start with a question. Suppose there was a way that you and I could help families in their time of need by providing meals for them by simply downloading a free app that would also provide income for our families or organizations at the same time. Would you be willing to learn about that? Well, that's exactly what we're going to share with you right now. So I'd like to introduce you to Instant Recall. Instant Recall is an amazing app that you can find in the App Store and the Google Play Store. It's all about recording your priceless memories. With Instant Recall, you can organize your memories and get alerted of good times that you had with your near and dear friends. We're going to take a close look at it right now. So now, if you got on this call late, one of the interesting things about Instant Recall is the partnerships that it has created. One of those partnerships is with Feeding America, probably the largest provider of food to those in need around the United States. We're going to watch this short video, and then we're going to get right into it.
Today, right here in America, a shocking number of our neighbors are facing hunger. Feeding America estimates 60 million people turn to food banks, food pantries, and other private food assistance programs in 2020. There is enough food to feed all of us, but still millions of people face hunger every year. And in Black, Latino, and Native American communities, the challenges run deeper and hit harder. It takes courage to ask for help. It takes all of us working together to make sure no one goes to bed hungry.
Feeding America is a nationwide network of 200 food banks and 60,000 meal programs. Together, we are the nation's largest domestic hunger relief organization. The Feeding America network helped provide more than 6 billion meals in 2020. Behind each meal are countless supporters, donors, and volunteers who care deeply about their neighbors. This family's meal came from their local food pantry. There are more than 60,000 meal programs like this all across our country. Before the meal reached the pantry, the groceries came from a local food bank that collects and routes food to feeding programs. Day in and day out, 200 food banks secure food and funds from donors like national food and grocery manufacturers, retailers, and farmers, and from the generosity of individuals making donations to help feed their neighbors. Volunteers help make it all possible. Each year, more than 2 million people lend a hand.
The work goes beyond providing meals every day. Together, the Food Bank Network and our partners are hard at work in your community and thousands just like it, rescuing healthy food and keeping it from landfills, focusing on the hardest hit communities, making it easier for everyone to get the fresh food they need, and uniting a movement that will bring about lasting change. All of this makes a difference for our neighbors by providing more meals today and helping create a hunger-free tomorrow. But we can't end hunger without people like you. Join us. Visit www.feedingamerica.org to find your local food bank. Volunteer to help get meals to your neighbors. Raise your voice to advocate for stronger food assistance programs. And donate. Every dollar helps provide at least 10 meals. Together, we can create an America where no one is hungry. Together, we're Feeding America.
And that's pretty amazing. Before we go on, let me ask you a question. How many of you have ever used the food bank over your lifetime? All right, and you can go ahead and just type a Y in the chat box. I've had to do it. In fact, it was during the last recession. We were in such a desperate situation that I had to apply to use the food bank. And I need to tell you, we needed that food. I'm so grateful for what they provided us. I think we had to go there for maybe 3, maybe even 4 weeks before we were able to get back on top of things. And so and we've seen some of the devastating tornadoes that have taken place in Tennessee and other states like that. We understand about what's happening right now with the snowstorms across the Midwest and flooding and various things that are occurring from time to time. Without food banks and organizations like this, ladies and gentlemen, where would people be? So we're talking about a great need that's being provided here. So what does Instant Recall in this app have to do with feeding people? All right, and why use the Instant Recall app? Well, first of all, it's an amazing app. We're going to break it down for you and show you how you can use it. So I want you to think about something. Have you ever gone to a restaurant and you ordered a meal and you really enjoyed it? But later on, you went back to that restaurant. You can even remember the meal that you ordered. Okay, Instant Recall will enable you to record these special memories and take down notes so that the next time you're in certain places, you can remember where that restaurant was, what the name of that restaurant was, and even the name of that meal. In addition to that, what about dates of past events? I don't know about you, I'm married, but every once in a while, and hopefully my wife can't hear me, I can't even remember certain very important dates. All right. What am I talking about? Anniversary, wedding, things like that. So wouldn't it be great if you can have something that would remind you and notify you of that? You can use this app for things like that as well, including birthdays of your loved ones and things like that. Okay. Also, you can pinpoint very specific things. Maybe you are a hunter. Maybe you're a fisher. And you want to remember that special spot where you caught all that fish that time. You can actually record that and it'll pinpoint that within 30 inches, ladies and gentlemen. So this is significant as well. Also, you can remind yourself about certain things, grocery lists, other things that you want to participate in. Maybe there's an event, a concert, certain thing that you want to remind yourself about to go ahead and buy that ticket to make sure that you don't miss that special date. So a very unique app. Of course, it's free to download, and we'll have more information about that moving forward. So we'd like to invite you to join us to help families in the US and around the world with a great app and a great purpose. Because as you saw, it's the partnership of Feeding America with so many other people that work to end hunger around the world. So Feeding America is a network in the nation's largest domestic hunger relief organization. Together with individuals, charities, businesses, and the government, we can end hunger. So an awesome purpose. And so this is what happens. Each one of our installed apps creates 5 meals. So every person that installs an app, that month, 5 meals are distributed through Feeding America throughout the United States and Canada. And it's free now, it's free forever, and you can create meals and get paid for doing it. And so Rare is a company that benefits society while still benefiting their associates. Instant Recall is that company. Our app is free, and you make money feeding the hungry. But please remember that you must be 18, there's no stacking, and you must register in order to get paid. So our goal, ladies and gentlemen, is to create over 1 million meals each month. And we absolutely believe that we can do that with your help. So let's take a look at the concept. So it's really simple. People download our app to their phone, and each month that the app is on the phone, our company donates to feedingamerica.org to provide funding for 5 meals. All right. So we're talking about a great purpose and a great program. We call it the Ultimate App Affiliate Program because there's nothing to buy and there's nothing to sell, ladies and gentlemen. There's no skills that you need. There's no routines to change. All right. Very simple, no cost, nothing for you to do. So when you participate with this app, you earn reward points. And so you can, share this with other people, and you can build a community of people who are all supporting feeding the hungry. So the people that you personally refer, they would be on your first level, and it pays $1 per month for each person that you sponsored that downloads the app. And when they refer people, they would be on the second level, and the app pays $1 for each person that your group, that's in that group from your level 1 sponsors. All right. Now, when you personally refer at least 10 people who download the app, you open up level 3 and level 4. Level 3 pays 50 cents for each person each month, and level 4 pays 50 cents for each person each month. And so the way it works like this, 20 points equals $1 and 10 points equals 50 cents. All right, so very simple reward point system. All right, so what's the first goal? The first goal is to get just 10 people to download the Instant Recall app. And when everyone does that, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Our community explodes, the food distribution explodes, and so does the reward points for you and your family. You can even take this money and give it to a charity if that's what you want to do. Use it for your family, pay your bills off, or accomplish your other goals. So you can see here, you personally go out and refer 10. Everybody goes out and personally refers 10 on all those levels. Guess what? That's an additional $5,000 a month. Could you use an additional $5,000 a month? Absolutely. Simply by sharing a free app that helps people get the food that they need in times of crisis. So now we have got an instant recall calculator just to kind of help you kind of get an idea of the potential of what this can do for you, your family, or your organizations that you love. And so again, here you can see you personally refer 10, and they all go out and refer 10, going down 4 levels. That's an additional $5,600 a month. And of course, this is for illustration purposes only. It's not a guarantee of what you're going to receive because it's all based on the numbers. But we also came up with another illustration because many of you really like this program, like myself. I've been able to personally share this with close to 50 people in about 4 days, simply by using social media. And of course, you can text out to people and you can email out to people. So if a person is really, really serious and consistent with this, they can actually share this with a whole lot of people. How many people you know who have cell phones? It's like everybody, right? And so let's just say that you referred 50 people yourself, and they each referred just 5, going down 4 levels. That's still an additional $4,000 a month. Now that can pay mortgage, car payments, student loans. That could pay a whole lot of things, and it also could be a great donation toward your charity or nonprofit that you care about. So can you see the potential here? Excellent, excellent. It's pretty serious. So now, when people look at this, they ask the question, why would anyone pay all this money out for simply having an app on your phone? All right, so it's very important that we understand the answer to this question. All right, so I've got a little video here. It's about data marketing. Did you know that your data, whether it's social media, whether it's your cell phone, did you know that that data is worth money? And it's actually being sold right now, but you and I are not getting any of those proceeds. So here's a short 2-minute video just to talk a little bit about data marketing to help you understand where the money is coming from.
It really all comes down to the data. The data provides the insights that you can act upon. And what we really want to do is understand all those different interactions, all the different channels that we talked about, pull all that data together, rationalize it, integrate it, and basically from it develop a complete picture of the customer, of the individual, what their needs are and how we can basically best accommodate those needs. And so taking all that information together, taking the data, generating those insights, and then making it actionable. That's the key part of it. And the data, there's so many pieces of the data that become important. It's not just gathering as much data as possible, it's gathering the right level of data. And so making sure that the right systems, the right data, the right quality of data is being used as part of your overall process. There's a lot of governance and management that needs to go into that data. There's all sorts of data quality issues when we start thinking about capturing customer data.